Hello everybody and welcome to the Phoenix Raceway for the 2006 Checker Auto Parts 500 in the 34th race of our 2006 NR2003 season. Kevin Harvick sits on pole position alongside rookie Denny Hamlin. Your championship leader Jimmie Johnson is in third as we are green and underway here in the desert. Who's going to find their way to victory lane in Phoenix? It is Kevin Harvick out to the early advantage over the 11 of Denny Hamlin here in Phoenix, as Harvick driving away with the race lead. Jimmie Johnson, your championship leader, trying to secure the championship today, as he has a monstrous lead already of 98 points in the championship. But Harvick is going to be driving away with the race lead, leading the opening lap of racing here in Phoenix. And now here we are on lap 70. This is a 9 to go in stage 1. Kevin Harvick has already lapped Kyle Busch, now lapping Tony Stewart, who is our second chase driver to fall one lap down here today in Phoenix. So we have two chasers that are one lap down already here. And now last lap of stage number 1. Kevin Harvick is going to lead all 78 laps en route to a dominant stage 1 win. Kevin Harvick wins stage 1 here in Phoenix, followed up by Jeff Gordon in second position, coming through now 9 seconds back. Then Denny Hamlin third, Kurt Busch, Mark Martin in the top 5, followed by your championship leader Jimmie Johnson, Casey Kane in the 9, followed up by Dale Jr. in the 8, Jeff Burton, and Carl Edwards, your top 10. So Kevin Harvick dominates to get his 7th stage win of the season, winning stage 1 here in Phoenix. So congrats to Harvick on the stage win. You know, if you hear my voice being a little hoarse, that's because I'm recording this at the very beginning of July, and I just last night was at Monday Night Raw here in Providence, Rhode Island last night, so I had a lot of fun there. So you're noticing my voice is hoarse, that is why. But we're still doing our voiceover. The show will go on as Kevin Harvick and Jeff Gordon battle for the race lead here on lap 83 here in Phoenix. Harvick, Gordon side by side for the lead, but Jeff Gordon takes the lead here from the 29 of Kevin Harvick, as Jeff Gordon, our second leader of the day. It only took 83 laps for our first lead change. Goes to Jeff Gordon here in Phoenix with a nose out of Kevin Harvick. Now the next lap, they're 3 wide back here, and into the wall goes Reed Sorenson and Kyle Busch. The 5 of Kyle Busch, big damage. Reed Sorenson goes around. They managed to save, but the caution will come out for Reed Sorenson, crashing in some heavy damage to Kyle Busch, one of our championship contenders, which will all but end his hopes of competing for a championship once again here in year 2 of his career. As Jeff Gordon leads the caution, but on the ensuing restart, Kevin Harvick easily gets by the 24 on the outside. Harvick back in control so far. Robbie Gordon, Greg Biffle, the only 2 cars out of this race. The 16 had a mechanical failure in stage 1, so that's what took Biffle out. But it's Kevin Harvick continuing to dominate this race here in Phoenix, trying to make a statement to keep himself alive in this championship battle. So now here we are on lap 109. Jeff Gordon not giving up either. Of course, Gordon, remember, he's second in the points to Jimmie Johnson, so this is a golden opportunity for Jeff Gordon to close in on that championship lead Jimmie Johnson has, to try to stay within 1 race, but he's going to need the 48 to struggle, whereas Jimmie Johnson right now is currently running top 5, so that's a very difficult task, as Jeff Gordon Harvick 3 wide, splitting the lap car of Travis Quaffle here into turn 1. But Jeff Gordon will secure the lead here in Phoenix, putting on a show on this battle with Kevin Harvick for the race lead. 2 of the best in the business duking it out, but now Kevin Harvick gets back around Jeff Gordon here on lap 117. So now Harvick back in control. Now here we are on lap 181. Harvick coming through to lap his teammate, the 31 of Jeff Burton, who will be the 4th chaser in this race to go 1 lap down. Mark Martin already been lapped. Jeff Burton now lapped. As now we get back underway here on lap 189. It is going to be Kevin Harvick and Matt Kenseth on the front row. A restart here with just 2 to go in stage 2. So the 29 should be easily in position to sweep the stages here, as the 20 and the 17 are both lap cars. Jeff Gordon's almost a second behind. He's the first lead lap car behind the 29. So it looks like it'll be a stage sweep here for the closer, Kevin Harvick, who has got in a hot streak of momentum here, leading laps in 3 straight races, 1 at Talladega in that photo finish 2 races ago. Now in the last lap of stage 2, he's leading the way, and behind us there's trouble. Around goes the 0-1 of Joe Nemechek. Gets turned into the outside wall by J.J. Yaley. Jeff Burton, 3 wide squeeze. It's not going to work. Nemechek goes around. Caution will come out, but we will race back to the line for the leaders to end this stage. Doesn't really matter though. Either way, Kevin Harvick is going to be your stage winner with an incredibly dominant race so far. Kevin Harvick sweeps the stages here in Phoenix as he takes the stage 2 win. Second will be Denny Hamlin, Carl Edwards, Dale Jr., Jeff Gordon, the top 5. Kurt Busch and Brian Vickers, last cars on the lead lap, 6th and 7th. Then Mark Martin, Ryan Newman, and Jeff Burton round out the top 10, 1 lap down. So Harvick, 8 stage wins on the season, second most of all drivers, only behind your championship leader, Jimmy Johnson, who has 11. As we are green and back underway now in the final stage here at Phoenix with 118 laps to go. It is Kevin Harvick who is clearing the rookie of Denny Hamlin for the race lead in the 29, once again driving away here in Phoenix, making a statement performance out here in the desert that he deserves to be in this championship fight after he had the rough start to the chase, has turned it around the last 3 races and is looking like a threat to Jimmy Johnson, but the 48 still has that enormous points lead. But another caution has come out here in Phoenix. I couldn't quite find why. Harvick pitted, so he's back in 6th here. But now it's the 11 of Denny Hamlin, the rookie out of Chesterfield, Virginia, leading this race here in Phoenix over the 24 of Jeff Gordon, as Hamlin was able to make the pass and continue on forwards here as he tries to find his way into victory lane. The cautions come out. Tony Stewart, the big damage. Here's a slow-mo replay. Ward Burton drives into the 20 of Tony Stewart, just gets hooked onto him here. They go to the inside wall. Contact made. Stewart gets up in the air on his side, upside down. Goes the 20 of Tony Stewart, lands on Casey Mears' number 42, who actually turned Chad Chaffin, collected himself in the incident, but Tony Stewart upside down. Our second chaser to have a catastrophic issue in this race. Stewart somehow going to still be in this race after doing a full barrel roll. Still going to be alive here in a wild race, and there's more trouble. There's a 48 of Jimmy Johnson, the championship leader, is crashing in a huge moment in the season as the championship leader Jimmy Johnson gets collected in this big crash with J.J. Yaley, Dave Blaney, David Gill, and Schrader in it, Petty, Quaffle, McMurray, Kyle Busch, Newman. But the 48 of Jimmy Johnson, your championship leader, collects some major damage here, and this could really shake things up in this championship battle. This could bring everyone back into it. And so that Jimmy will still be in the race though, as Casey Kane and Dave Blaney are out in 39th and 40th. So we get back underway here with 83 laps to go. It is Jeff Gordon, Denny Hamlin, and Kevin Harvick 3 wide for the lead here in Phoenix. Here comes Kevin Harvick through the middle, but Denny Hamlin with a great restart takes the lead in the 11, trying to drive to victory lane for which will be the 3rd time in his rookie year, which would be an impressive feat. But Kevin Harvick is hounding him down here. So now Harvick back around Denny here on lap 233 as Harvick tries to pull away to cement a victory in this dominating race he has had so far here today. Now, here we are on lap 239. Harvick stuck behind Kyle Petty. That will allow Denny Hamlin to get back to the inside lane, as a double blockader lap traffic will get Denny Hamlin back to the race lead once more here in Phoenix. And now a little later, lap 245, Harvick has tracked down Denny Hamlin. He goes right back to the inside, and the 29, who has just been so dominant today, takes the lead once again. Kevin Harvick to the front here in Phoenix, continuing to dominate this race as he goes by Denny Hamlin and Jeff Gordon for the lead. And now cautions come out here on lap 266, and it's the 24. Huge damage and championship implications to the 24 of Jeff Gordon. Right in the middle of a pit cycle, the 24, huge damage, completely destroyed. And that could be the dagger in Jeff Gordon's hopes of winning that 5th NASCAR Nextel Cup Series championship, as he is out of this race, as now he can get back underway here with just 42 to go, and Kevin Harvick easily going to clear Denny Hamlin on this restart. Hamlin, though, got trapped a lap down because of that caution, as he had pitted the same time Gordon had. So basically, this is all falling into the hands of Kevin Harvick perfectly here in Phoenix. There was turn 3. Caution, though. Caution out on the speedway. Tony Stewart upside down again. This time the 48 takes out Tony Stewart and Kyle Busch and collects another 4 or 5 cars. Stewart gets flipped over by Reed Sorensen. Big damage to Kyle Petty, Joe Nemechek, Bill Elliott also involved in the 37. So a big crash here in Phoenix is going to take out Tony Stewart, Reed Sorensen is out. So yeah, Jeff Gordon will end up down in the deep 30s, as will Tony Stewart. So that's another 2 chasers out of this race. Harvick clears Carl Edwards for the race lead here with 37 laps to go, trying to drive away to victory lane. And on lap 277, another crash. This time, Kyle Busch gets collected as Joe Nemechek gets turned by Casey Mears up the track, into the wall, right down to J.J. Yaley, who collects Kyle Busch, Bill Elliott, and Kyle Petty. And another crash in this hectic final stage here in Phoenix is just really shaking things up. A lot of good cars being taken out as we start to wind down the amount of laps. After Carl Edwards now in front of leading this race with just 23 laps to go in Phoenix, as Gordon will end up in 36, Tony Stewart 35th, Kyle Busch still in the race but multiple laps off the pace. So Carl Edwards trying to pull off the upset over Kevin Harvick, the dominant car of the day, who gets right back to the inside on the ensuing lap and passes Carl Edwards to the lead. Kevin Harvick to the point here with 21 laps to go in Phoenix. And now a white flag in the air, final lap presented by Credit One Bank. It has been an absolute masterclass from the 29 of Kevin Harvick tonight, and he is looking to cap that off with a victory here in the desert, as he has led the most laps by far. He has the fastest lap of the race, swept both stages, and now is going to bring home his 4th win of the season, tying him with Kurt Busch for second most of all drivers, as Kevin Harvick dominates in the desert and wins in Phoenix. Congrats to Harvick with dominating fashion. Dale Earnhardt Jr. a strong runner-up finish. Carl Edwards, Brian Vickers 3rd and 4th. Kurt Busch rounds out the top 5. Then Denny Hamlin, Jeff Burton, Mark Martin, Ryan Newman, and Martin Truex Jr. your top 10. As Harvick gets his 11th career win, and he is tied with Davey Allison for the most Phoenix wins all time with 2. And he led 278 of 312 laps. Pure domination. And you see the final race results there on the left side of your screen. In a few short moments, we see the updated chase standings and see how far ahead Jimmie Johnson is after this race. And so here are the chase standings. Up next, Martinsville, which will be our second to last race of the season. Jimmie Johnson has his championship all but locked up. 109 points above Jeff Gordon, but if you count Jeff Burton, Kevin Harvick, Dale Jr., Jeff Gordon, they're only 9 points apart from each other. Tony Stewart in 6th, barely hanging on to championship contention by 1 point. The Busch brothers, Mark Martin and Carl Edwards, have officially been eliminated from championship contention after today's race. We're down to 6 cars. In reality, 5 cars that can win this championship. Jimmie Johnson, all he has to do is basically finish top 20 in Martinsville, and he is your 2006 Nextel Cup Series champion. So the 48 looking to finish off a dominant season next week. So as we conclude this episode, I want to give a shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much to JJ, Brenda Breen, and Jeremy Isley. Really appreciate your guys' support. It means a lot to me. Helps this channel and I continue to grow, produce some awesome content. Now pushing towards 2,000 subscribers. So thank you all so much for watching. Those of you that are watching and are not subscribed, please do subscribe. It's completely free. It only takes a couple of seconds, and I would really, really appreciate it. If you want to get your shout out at the end of the video and become a paid channel member, link is in the description down below. Until next episode, I hope you all have a good one.